Now we'll do types of government. There are two types of government, democracy and monarchy. In a democracy, it is the people who give the government the power to take decisions and do certain different things. How the people are doing this? They do this through elections. Okay, in election, people choose the representative of their choice, and elected people who got the maximum number of elected representative, the political party which has got the maximum number of elected representatives, they form the government. Right? Now, in a democracy, the government has to explain its actions and defend decisions to the people. What does it mean? Democracy, in democracy, people give the power to the government. So, the government formed, they are not independent. They are answerable to the people. Whatever decisions they are taking, it is actually anybody, even the poorest of poor, smaller than small, can ask question to the government, and government is answerable to the people. Even every decision, people can object if they feel that the decision is not in their favor. They can ask, and government can easily defend their decision. They can talk in favor of their decision, and if that decision is not liked by people or it is affecting people, then sometimes it happens that people force the government to change the decision. Then another form of government is monarchy. Okay, monarch means king or queen. So the very name only makes you understand that किसका राज है, राजा या रानी का, right? So the complete power lies in the hands of the king or, okay, the complete power of making decision and running the government is in the hand of the king, or people have no say in running the government. Do you understand? The king might have a small group of people to help him take decisions, but ultimately the final decision is made by the king. Do you understand? So complete thing done by the king. People have no power in that. And king doesn't have to answer anything to the people. People has to just follow whatever has been decided, whatever has been ordered, without asking a single question. Now we'll do democratic form of government. So India is a democracy. This achievement is the result of a long and eventful struggle of the Indian people. What does it mean? Children, you know that we were ruled by the British for more than 200 years, right? So after a long struggle by our freedom fighters, we got our independence. So our leaders at the time decided to adopt democracy. Why? To give equal rights to all the people. So when we became democratic, at that time many other countries in the world were also struggling to become democratic countries. So children, by now you know that the main feature of the democracy is the people that have the power to elect their leaders. So in a proper sense, you can call that democracy is ruled by the people. It is very well said by Abraham Lincoln, the American president, that democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So democratic government which we have nowadays, it is called representative democracy. What does it mean? It means that people don't take part directly in the government, but they choose or elect representative of their choice through election, right? And these representatives meet and make decisions for the entire country. And these days, government cannot call itself democratic unless it allows what is known as universal adult franchising. A democracy is not successful if it does not allow or it does not have universal adult franchising. What does it mean? This means that all adults in the country are allowed to vote. Do you understand? Now, it was not always like this. Now you know all the adults are allowed to vote. But this was not the same earlier. Earlier, actually, women and poor were not allowed to cast vote. They were not allowed to vote. Okay, in the earliest form of the government, allowed only men who had property, who were educated, only they were allowed to vote. What does it mean? That means women and poor and propertyless and uneducated were not allowed to vote. So that means country was governed by, and the rules were regulations were made only by few people, only a group of people. All were not allowed to participate in forming the government, which is not fair. In India, before independence, only a small minority was allowed to vote, and they therefore came together to determine the fate of the country. So, before independence, only few people were given right to vote. So, what happened? Again, a group of people is given right to decide the fate of the large number of people. Majority of the people were in the hands, fate of majority of the people were in the hands of the small group of people. Okay, so many people including Mahatma Gandhi was against it because this is unfair. Now children will see votes for women, because you have already learned that women and poor were not given the right to vote. So nowhere in the world as it is, government has never given or shared power with the people easily or willingly. For the power, people had to fight. So for that reason, all over Europe and USA, women and poor had to fight for their right. They wanted right to vote. So this women's struggle to vote is known as women's suffrage movement. And it means right to vote. Suffrage means right to vote. This movement became stronger during the First World War. Because during the First World War, many men had gone for First World War to fight the First World War. So what happened? There were certain works, already there are set of works. It is decided women will do and men will do. And it was such that women cannot do the work done by men and men cannot do the work done by women. This set of stereotype thinking was there at that time. So when men were not there, in absence of men, what happened? Women were called to do the work of the men. So what these women did? They organized many things so nicely, managed different kinds of work so nicely and so efficiently that people were shocked. They started wondering, आश्चर्यचकित हो गए कि क्यों हम लोग ऐसा एक स्टीरियोटाइप अनफेयर सिस्टम दिमाग में डाल के रखे, क्यों हमने ऐसा किया? Why did we take them so lightly? Why didn't we consider their efficiency seriously? They saw that these women are capable of doing everything that men had been doing till now. Even they have the capability of making decisions. So the suffragettes mean the people who were fighting, the women who were fighting. They demanded right to vote for all women, because now they also got confident. They also know, yes, they can do so many things. So, and to get their demands, they started doing many things. They chained themselves in the railing in public places. Some suffragettes, some women, what they did, they got imprisoned. And even some went on hunger strike, Bhukh Hartal. Like this, it went on for many years. And then at last in 1920, women in America got right to vote. And in 1920, women in United Kingdom got right to vote. So you see, children, how people struggle to get their demands fulfilled. Now the things are very easy. At present, things are very easy, but they were not like this many years ago. People had to fight for it. So now we have come to the end of the lesson. I hope, children, lesson is clear to you. Thank you.